All right, I'm out here in front of McKay's, and the young man just read the back of the book Fathers and Mentors. Man, tell us what's your name and how old you are.
My name is Chris, and I'm 39.
Okay, so Chris, we were talking about your history,
Yeah.
South American. Tell the people just where you're from, your roots.
Okay, so I'm Hispanic, but my great-grandmother is a daughter of a slave that was, brought to South America from Africa with the Spanish and so on and so forth. So Spanish didn't just hit the Native Americans; they hit the African,
That's
Africans.
right. That's
So,
right. That's history.
So when they came to South America, my great-grandmother became like a Malcolm X for her town because black people were just either sports or entertainment or working at the houses and lawns and yards.
Now this
So
was South America. So what year are we talking?
we're talking
Round
about early 1900s.
Okay.
Early 1900s. So when the Civil War actually happened in the United States, they tried to come down to South America and impose the laws, the segregation
Civil
laws.
rights. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So we
That
have
was around the 1800s.
yeah. So we have conclaves in Brazil, in Central America, of white Southerners
Wow. Okay.
who tried to impose those laws there.
Got you.
So, long story short, this book I read the back, and I think it's very necessary for not only Hispanics, but for African Americans as well, because of this plagues us.
Yeah. Hold it up so they can see it. Okay. Now, why do you say it plagues you?
Well, because
A lot of people will say, the Latino community, they strong with families and things
we
like
are,
that.
we are. That is true. But when we come here, our parents have to work constantly.
Yes, yeah, the Western culture. That's
Yeah,
what I call
exactly.
it. Yes.
So when they work, we grew up with gangsters as our
Mentors.
as mentors. So I was involved with gangs because my cousin was involved with gangs, and my older friends were involved with gangs. My parents didn't know nothing. They were working. They didn't know the language. So this is why I think the black community and the Latin community share this very much, because what we're taught on TV, on movies, on music,
Yes.
is to be dressing, pants falling down.
Yeah,
and,
like bums.
Like bums.
Yeah, the culture.
So, right. So, thanks to me reading, I was able to expand my horizons and so on and so forth, change my way of thinking.
Hey, do me a favor. One thing that started us talking was your record that you got, Ink Spots. Could you hold that up and tell the people a little bit about that? Because I learned something here.
Okay, so the Ink Spots, they were it's like a jazz love kind of music. I first heard them in the Malcolm X movie.
Yeah.
They were playing in the background, and I fell in love with them. So I started doing some research. In the 1930s, 1940s, they were some of the first black people to be on TV making music.
Wow.
So, I love their music, and they got their vinyls here.
You found the gem right in the store.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us again how old you are.
I'm 39, and my name is Chris.
Okay, Chris. Let me ask you this question, man. I appreciate just you sharing this history and talking about the book. What would the 39-year-old Chris say to the 21-year-old Chris?
Oh. It's not important to have this outward appearance that you're hard, that you don't regard your feelings, that there's, so many mistakes that were done because I had to portray an image that was put on me by the Western society, and how everybody looks at Hispanics as Mr. Gangster. So I got the tattoos, I got everything, but that's not necessary.
But Chris, a lot of the videos tell you that stuff is cool, to be gangster and be robbing and killing and
that's
killing your own people and raping your own girls and pimping them out.
That's the system. The system wants you to work for them. They don't want you to work for your own community.
Okay. Are you familiar with the song Self-Destruction?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right. So Self-Destruction is still relevant.
It's so relevant. It's so relevant. And I wish more people would acknowledge that. Because I grew up in the 80s, Public Enemy, listened to all that. I grew up with hip-hop, but there was a difference in hip-hop.
Tell them about it, Chris. I say it all the time.
There was an education. Maybe there was some harsh stuff, but
that came later.
And you had to. It had to be exposed.
Yes.
Now it's not education. Now it's just party, money, party, look at me, glitz, and everything
Yeah.
that we see with our own people.
The
you know.
oppressed has become the oppressors.
Of course, of course. So I for my own, I make my own music and I try to make it more conscious.
What kind of music you make, man?
Hip
Tell them
hop.
about it. Okay.
Yeah, I make hip hop
Alright.
and
You
both.
got anything out there that's
Yeah,
positive? And
yeah. If you guys want to check out, it's Kalishnikov. I know it's a weird name, but it's an AK-47. Kalishnikov automatic AK-47. So Kalishnikov, Red is my name, and you can find me on YouTube.
All right. One last question. Fathers and mentors. Can you tell us about any of the fathers or mentors in your life who influenced you,
Yeah,
good
so-
or bad?
so
'Cause
my-
a lot of people think when I say that, they're only thinking that it's good guys.
No.
All right, so yeah, tell us about that. Get into that for us.
So my dad, he came here and he didn't know the language. My mom's same here. So they had to learn the language, they had to work, and they spent all their time working. I grew up with my cousins that had already been here. And my cousins that had already been here were gangsters. And, so I grew up with my friends. My world was all gangsters.
East
my
Coast,
cousins.
West Coast?
East Coast.
Okay.
Everything was gangsters. So, I learned a lot of good things from it, but I've also experienced a lot of bad things from it.
Oh, yeah.
My dad, God bless his soul, but he was just never around, and I can't blame him for that. So it is very important, for the community to have good examples for the upcoming generation. Because if not, man, we're just stuck in the system. We're going to jail. We're paying them to just keep us in the system.
Modern day
the cycle.
slavery.
Right, exactly.
That's what I call it. Modern day
Exactly,
slavery.
man. So it's even worse because at least in the slave times, we didn't pay them. We are paying them now to keep
Oh,
us
that's
as
good.
slaves.
That's good. That's
so,
good. Check them out. Yep.
So yeah, it's I came across this and I honestly think this is essential for both Latin and Black community and any community, but especially Latin and Black because
Hey.
we suffer through the same things.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
for your time.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Have a good day.
And good luck with this, man.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See